Hello everybody, sorry for the slight delay, but we're here, I'm here, and we're going to be doing some fun stuff today, maybe. I don't know, it depends on what your definition of fun is, I guess. No, we're going to be doing some balance changes here, so I'm going to be playing with some things. You know, I want to play around with making or increasing the number of moves that you can do in every run. I want to make the booster packs give you all the cards. You know, generally just going to be kind of playtesting the game and making it feel better. So that's what we'll be doing. But before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Gunforged is available for sale. If you purchase this, it's a great way to financially support me as I try to do this full-time indie dev thing. And if you play it, leave a review. I'd very much appreciate that. I've been at 54 reviews for a week or so now. So I think, yeah, if you can spare a review, that would be great. I also just released my cooperative online multiplayer game in Godot 4 course. That's available on Udemy. It's linked in the description below. This will teach you everything that you need to know essentially about making it an online cooperative multiplayer game. We cover remote procedure calls, server authoritative architecture, and all of the other relevant skills for making a game presentable. So like UI, theming, programming the gameplay systems, and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, and this course is done in a way too where it kind of leaves the door open for you to extend it however you want. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you want a nice solid foundation to build a cooperative multiplayer game on, this is a great course, and also it's a great way to support me. So again, use the link in the description below that contains my referral code, which will grant me the majority of the sale revenue when you use that referral code. Okay, hello Schnitzel Frito, welcome. Great to have you here. Hello Mycoon Dev, welcome back. Good to see you, good to see you. So yeah, if I go into my Obsidian vault here, the next thing that I want to do is make the boosters give all cards. We finished the Mosquito, which was really fun. We'll make the boosters give all cards now. And this might be a good opportunity actually to do some refactoring that I've been wanting to do on the booster cards as well. So the booster currently doesn't use the new highlighting style that I've got. Also, I think the shovel here might change the color of the shovel. But anyway, where's my booster container? Booster container. Oh, these are using clickable controls. I see. Why is it being done like that? Booster. Oh my gosh. What's going on in here? Oh, there's all kinds of weird stuff going in here. We might rework this, actually. Do I want to rework this? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Everyone starts blowing up my phone as soon as I stream. It's okay. It was from people that are important to me. Anyway, Rentar, hello, welcome. Good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Agil, you are new here. Yes, I see. But welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Got some new faces. Got a bunch of new faces in the chat, actually. So yeah, welcome everyone. Glad to have you. Hello, Emerson. Welcome back. Are you guys going to be fighting over the crowns? Who's going to be my top fan this time? Right now it's Emerson. Anyway, that system is so just weird. Anyway. I don't know. Tentacle clickable. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. I don't think this needs to be a canvas group here. I really don't think this needs to be here. This text control needs to be here. So that's a problem. Why don't I make that clickable control on hover entered, update highlight? I don't know why I'm doing any of this. Oh, I wonder if it's because I can't assign... Okay, I'm just gonna change this. So we can keep this as is, I think. And change this to a margin container though. This sprite root, I don't think this needs to be a canvas group anymore. Is that sprite root being animated anywhere? Okay, so we got a lot of improvements we can make this. So this is going to be a little bit of a detour here, but I think it's important. So we're going to change this type to a node 2D. We might as well update this to be a margin container as well. I'm the top fan. What kind of game is this? Sorry if you explained a million times. That's okay. SSBMT. This is a collectible card game grid inventory management auto battler with a necromancy / medieval science / alchemy theme, where the hook of the game is that you can alchemize cards together to combine them into more powerful cards. So you can get abilities on a card that card typically can't have, and you can do that as much as you want. So you could end up with a single card that has like 20 different abilities if you want, or you could end up with multiple different cards that have different ability synergies on them. And this is all wrapped in a roguelite formula. So yeah, if you've played auto battlers and like games like Backpack Hero or The Bazaar, it's going to be in that vein with some slightly different takes on some of the mechanics. This is the Godot minimalist theme. I think if you Google that, it should show up. Also, thank you, MyCoonDev, for donating to the McDonald's fund with the €1.49. Thank you, thank you. And I think you might be the top fan now. Oh, maybe not. Did it not promote you to the top fans? Oh, no. Oh, no, it did. Okay, yeah, you're the top fan. Thank you, MyCoonDev. That's very generous. Thank you, thank you. So this is a node 2D now. This update highlight, let me think. Oh, maybe this will need to be... Actually, this probably does need to remain a canvas group. I think what I'll do is, inside of my clickable control, this is an export variable, this outline target. I'm going to create a public method to set this. Public void set outline target. I don't think any of this needs to happen. So now the booster in here, var parent is equal to get parent or null. Clickable control. If parent is not equal to null, parent.set outline target sprite root. And then I'm going to do add visibility toggle target. Public void add visibility toggle target. I don't need all that check, thank you though. Parent dot add visibility toggle target. Text control, I guess, or rich text label. I don't know, we'll have to figure this out. I don't really know what's going on in here, so we're just gonna get rid of that for now. Visual utilities, fade out, sprite root, okay. So now in my booster container, these should all be correct, I guess. Why are these offset though? I don't know why those are offset. Now the question is, can I run this? Yes, I can run this. So did I break anything yet? That's going to be a good question. I'm sure I did. Let's see. I think I am. Is this new? First time seeing it? Is what new? The leaderboard or the crown thing? I think it is new. The combining adding powers thing sounds dope. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do this. Parent dot hover entered plus equals on hover entered. Parent dot hover exited on hover exited. So we'll put this back. We're going to get rid of this. We don't need any of that now. Okay, private void on hover entered. Where am I handling the click here? This is just never being set. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway, let's run this again. We have a Firebelly live to watch. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Ariane. Hello, Abo. Welcome. What's the idea of the game? So it's a... Let me see if I can remember. Why is this broken? Oh, I went to the wrong thing. It's a collectible card game, grid inventory management auto battler with a medieval science / alchemy theme, where the hook of the game is that you can alchemize different cards together, which means to combine them and combine their abilities, basically. Okay, so that's looking good. Shovel.visible equals false. Okay, that seems to be working well. This show shovel is never being set though, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. It's working, so I don't need to worry about it. So we can get rid of this now. So this is greatly simplified now. I think that's basically all I really needed to do to get the boosters working. So yeah, I think that's great. And then the last thing that I want to do in here is this play-in animation. We're going to do this. Visual utilities dot position node off screen. Sprite root. Vector2.right times 20. Just trying to get it off screen here. That might not be enough. Let's see. All right. Have you seen the rich text label cutting the left border? I can see the clip contents at defaults, but I was wondering if there's a better way to fix it. What left border are you referring to? Are you talking about in my game or just generally speaking? I like it. Like your Godot theme. Thank you. Yeah, it's the Godot minimalist theme. I'm liking it so far. I think it's pretty good. Okay, so that seems to be working great. So let's just say update how clickability boosters is handled. So now we actually need to make this able to get all of the cards here. So how am I actually doing this? Booster container, booster event state machine. Card selected. Booster card selection container. Card selected. We're going to rename this to cards taken event handler. If board.board inventory component dot get cards on board, I'm going to change this. Public bool has cards. Get cards on board dot count is greater than 0. If not board inventory component dot has, if not board inventory component dot has cards, then we can emit signal cards taken and queue free. We're also going to need an out animation. I realize I don't have one yet, but that's okay. Cards taken on booster cards taken. Change state to state cleanup, and it doesn't do anything interesting. Okay. But let's just see how this looks. I'm going to go to my run manager. Generate test map. Seeded run. Let's see, where is this doing? Assign. What? I don't remember where this was. What? Test type. Huh? Run map generator. Okay. Event type dot booster. Okay, so now we should be generating all boosters on the map. Let's see if this works. So now I go to booster. That's gonna slide in. We've got these things going on here. Let's just grab one. We've got those three, so I can bring that over, bring this over, and I shouldn't be able to put anything on the board. So that's working. And then I do this, and then that goes out. Sweet. Okay. So now we're getting all of the booster cards from the output here, which is great. All right. So one thing that's missing now is we don't really have a fade out animation. I wonder what that Q free is doing here. I don't know if I even need that booster card selection container. What happens if I remove that and then also in my booster event state machine, I'm just gonna not change to the cleanup state. I wanna see what happens. What kind of state I'm left in after I take all of those cards. Hello, Luca, welcome back. Lucas, good morning to you. Is there a rarity system for the cards? Not really. All the cards have an equal drop rate. I may change that in the future, but there is like variation in the sense of the cards are generated with a random tier. So you have a chance of getting higher tier cards, which is rarer, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's not doing anything, which is okay. So I basically need all of this to fade out after I take all of the cards. Booster container is this. Booster selection. Game UI, so I need to create both of these. So private booster card selection container. We want to store that. Public void fade out. In general, I was having issue this morning. Oh, what was wrong? Oh, the rich text label thing. Hello. Oh, I already said hello to you. Wow, I'm scrambled today. I'm scrambled every day, it looks like. I've been missing for a long time. Even the overlay of the stream has changed. Yes. Done a lot of things. Done a lot of things in the past couple of weeks. So it's going good. All right, so now in this cleanup here, we're gonna do booster card selection container dot fade out. This needs to be an async. And we want to now do the booster container. I think what I want to do is just selected booster here. And then when I call fade out on this, public async task fade out, await selected booster dot fade out. This is going to need to be an async task as well. Await there. Okay, so now in my booster card, oh my gosh, there's too much going on here. Await booster container dot fade out. And we should be good to go now. I think the booster card selection container needs to be Q-freed as well. All right, let's see what happens. And then I might change that shovel art as well. Okay, so we'll take all these out. Perfect. Perfect. That works great. So now, let's commit that. Add proper fade out to booster. There's actually another thing that I want to do here, which is in this booster here, this play in. I don't want to use this back transition anymore. I think I'm going to do cubic instead. Let's see what that does. Hello, Neozoid. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Yeah, I think that's better. Cool. All right, let's see if I can find the shovel now. I'm gonna just make it consistent with my other colors. Assets UI, booster. We'll open up the booster A-Sprite. Where's my shovel? There's my shovel. So generally speaking, what I'm gonna want, excuse me, what I'm gonna want to do is do that, do that, do that. Ooh, that's looking pretty dirty. Pretty dirty if I say so myself. Okay, there's that, and then, yeah, perfect. I won't get too fancy with it, I suppose. So we're going to do export layers, visible layers only. There we go. Now I've got properly colored shovels. Sweet. There's our card. There's that. That, and then it fades out. Perfect. Excellent. Sell that. Sell those. All right. So, all in all, pretty easy tweaks, I think. Update shovel art and booster animation. Hello, Forgotten. Always good to see you. Welcome back. Good morning, Chris. Hello, Himanshu. Always good to see you all. Looks like the XP resets each day. It does, yeah, it's like a per stream XP. Are you aware of all this drama about pirate software? I've heard of it, yeah. But, you know, I don't really care, to say the least. Like, internet drama is the most uninteresting thing to me. So, I don't care. I don't know any of the characters involved. Hello, Ali. What's tweaking today? We are going to be working on a lot of the gameplay elements and just doing some playtesting and seeing what's going on. What drama? Do you use any Godot plugin for A-Sprite export or just direct to PNG? Yeah, I don't use a plugin. I've never really found a need for a plugin. It's really simple to export on A-Sprite. You just, you know, if you just want to export the sprite, it's just Control-Shift-Alt-S And there's your export, boom, done. And then Godot, because it scans the file system, it automatically imports those things. I'm sure there are some workflows where like an Asprite importer plugin would be nice, but it's, you know, there's no reason for me to use that really. Cool. All right, so let's turn off the generate test map here, and let's also put the player board dimensions back to where they should be. I should probably update this. Can I restructure this? No. Dang it. What? This needs to be a bool. Shoot.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Bool is override player board dimensions enabled. If is override player board dimensions enabled. Cool. Okay, so now I should be back down to two by two grid for my player. So let's do a quick playthrough and let's just kind of talk about what needs to change or what should be updated. I think what I want to do is, I haven't yet decided how to determine what cards the player starts with. So that's kind of, I don't know how to do that. That's a problem that I haven't yet figured out. But I think what I'm going to do is just start the player for now with 2 skeletons. So we'll get rid of these things. Let's go ahead and start. Sorry to ask the same question again. Do you plan to ever cover Godot, Steam, a multiplayer peer in a future course? It's arcane knowledge to us mere mortals. I might do that as a bonus lesson to the online multiplayer course. But I would have to do a bunch of research, get that all set up and everything. So it might come, but no promises. You're going to be canceled. Who's going to be canceled? Is it necessary to install a specific version set up with Godot with C#? I think if you just install the VS Code C# dev kit extension, it will do everything that you need to do for you. Okay, so we've got an interesting starting configuration here with very little combat. So I think, first of all, there's probably not enough combat encounters. So that's a problem, but let's just play it. I gotta update this screen still. Booster. I've got 2 skeletons. Let's do relics. That sounds good to me. And wait, why is my player board still? Sorry. I'm gonna try this. Oh. Get setting as bool. Okay, sorry about that. I should be starting with a 2x2 board, not a 3x3 one. Okay, perfect. We're back to normal. Let's do this. Let's see. I could upgrade my skeleton immediately and then go into this combat here. I want that artifact though. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go this way. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's go to upgrade first. Put my skeletons in there. Okay, now I get a single more powerful skeleton. So I'll grab that. Go to my villager. Oh, this might be tough. Maybe I miscalculated this, but let's see. Ooh, I think I might lose. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, I'm gonna lose, yeah, for sure. And I have no way of resurrecting. I lost already. Son of a bee. All right, let's try it again. So it's a little bit hard to get started. I need to figure out how to get the player started off a little bit better. Okay, this looks profitable up here, so I'll go this way. Yeah. Let's do alchemical cards. I think an early booster is really important. So let's take this embalming fluid, we'll put that there. Amanita muscaria. Deals damage equal to poison amount at the beginning of each turn. Oh, okay. So it applies 2 poison, that's all it does. But the Amanita muscaria also has a 25% crit chance and a 2x multiplier, so that's interesting. I think I'm going to want a syringe. Let's do this. Syringe and Amanita there. Villager 2, chicken 1. This should be doable, I think. Did that crit? Okay, I think I should win here. Cool. All right, so we're good with that. Let's go to this booster now. What do I want? Ritual or minions or relics? Let's do some relics. Giant finger. Ooh, we're going to want that. That's healing. Put this there. Okay. What did I say? I want to go this way. Boom, got my board increase. Do I want to put... I'll put a minion on there. Yeah, I don't have any card synergies right now, but that's all right. Increase board size. Another board size increase. So now, what is this? Per allied ritual card. I only have... This is a ritual. This probably needs to be a little bit stronger. Maybe I should write this down. Make embalming. Why am I doing this? Why am I using pen and paper? Are you kidding me? Tweaks. Make embalming fluid stronger. Okay. Right now it's just not very attractive. It's three shield, so it's not great. Let's get an artifact though. Vampire Fangs. Ooh, exhausts a random enemy minion when combat starts, or minion critical chance. I can make this a little bit more. Do I want the minion critical chance or the exhaust random enemy? I kind of want the skull wand. Let's do that. Max health increase. Alchemy. Okay, so now alchemy. What do I want to do? If I alchemized the giant finger with the syringe, I would get some good sustain here, so I'm going to do that. What did I get? Okay, so that's a syringe with both, but which one has the shorter turn cooldown? Okay, so I think I can just take one of these syringes. Let's put that one there. Cool. So now this syringe is going to give me shield and damage and healing. Cool. We might as well... I can't quite get to that enchantment, so we might as well fight this board here. Okay, so now we're in the boss fight, which I'm sure I'm gonna lose, but let's see. I don't want to yet tweak the boss fight though, because I do want to tweak how many moves you have in a round. Yeah, so there's no way I'm gonna win that. So, okay. Time to go back and figure out how you did the inventory drawer in GDScript. I'll need the exact system for an upgrade shop. Oh yeah, for that drawer. I mean, it's relatively simple. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it's relatively simple. I can pull it up right now. So the drawer UI is just it's basically just a full screen rect, but with individual components here. So like this player inventory here. But these are children of pass-through controls. And a pass-through control is a little node that I wrote that just adopts the size flag information from its first child. What essentially the pass-through control does is it matches its dimensions and its flow settings, like the size flags, to its child, but it doesn't, it's a container, but it doesn't actually change the children positioning or scale. So what this essentially ends up acting as is a placeholder in a container flow. So this is a margin container, right? This acts as a placeholder where it keeps the space that this animation root, for instance, would take up if it was just a child of this drawer UI directly. But because it doesn't modify the position of its children, then I can animate the animation root without affecting the flow of the container. And so with that in mind, I can just slide it in and out, where the position of 0 means that it's positioned in the flow where it needs to be positioned. But I can change the position to be like off screen and slide it into position 0, and that's how the slide in animation works. So I don't know if that was super helpful, but yeah, that's basically what I'm doing there. I've been tweaking lately. What? Welcome, Yeet. Good to see you. Today I start the rewrite in C#. Awesome. Welcome back, Fawn. Noob. What? I'm a noob at my own game. Won't you make a VFX for crit hit? I have a little bit of a VFX for that, which is like the bolder, larger numbers, but I'll need to do something else. I need to pose menacingly on camera. I dislike that there's no simple way to disable an entire area or physics body, that you need to go in and disable all the child shapes instead. Oh, well, I mean, you could set the layer or the mask to 0, but that can be a little bit irritating to manage too. Extension methods would work for sure. Will you add the McMenu as an item? Oh my gosh. It'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? But no, probably not. Okay, so what am I doing? Let's play around with, I have this max traversals. Let's up that to 15. That should be updated automatically. And I just want to see what that feels like. So now we've got 15 eyeballs up here. And let's go ahead and play through this. There's a lot of boosters here. Oh goodness. You know what I might do? I might go with these 3 boosters and then swing around this way. Let's just grab them. Okay. Actually, this axe, let's put that there. I need a bigger card. Contains minions. Ooh, got the mosquito swarm already. I don't have a room for it. Uh-oh. Let's sell that because I'm not going to use it. Corvid is a good one to have, and the slime. Let's get rid of the phylactery. Okay. An ox 4. Uh-oh. I can't click this. Don't tell me there's something hanging around in the tree. There's still some booster containers hanging around. Why is that happening? I guess I didn't update those. Okay, so there's some booster containers hanging around still. Why would that be happening? What is this type? Does it tell me what the type is? Oh, it's the booster container itself. Why is the booster container never being freed? Oh, I see. I think I just forgot to do... booster container .q free. Well, okay, that's fine. We'll just go and continue. Hey. I don't want that. Whatever. It's fine. Wow, this ox ain't got nothing. See ya. That's annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna restart. Sorry. Okay. Could go grab an early artifact and come around this way, or... let's see. I think I'll go this way, actually. Just gonna auto-resolve that. Pretty sure I was gonna win. Alchemy, unfortunately this is gonna be useless, so we'll just won't do that. Enchant card. Turn cooldown is reduced by 1. Let's do that. Okay. Increase board size. We'll go this way first. Let's do... oh, I can't do minions. Okay, let's do ritual then. Ooh. Voodoo doll. Okay. Haven't gotten incense in a while. Let's put the incense on there. Upgrade card. Okay. I want to go to that artifact. Can't do an upgrade, so skip that. Gain 1 damage after each successful combat. This damage is applied to any minion if it is the only minion on the board. I think what I'll do is... I'll grab that and just let it charge up. And then I'll switch to a single minion later. I have room. Do I have room for the paralysis? Oh, I don't. I mean, if I got rid of that, I could put it here. Yeah, let's do that. How long does that last? Paralysis prevents affected card from acting. Oh, nice. Okay. I guess I'll go this way now. Boom. Get disabled, dog. Okay. Increase the board size. Would be worth the lawsuit, the McMenu item, yeah. That's a decent idea too. Yeah, the layer thing. That was great. Thanks a ton. You're welcome, Anthony. How about an artifact that reduces inventory capacity but it increases damage? That's an interesting one. Yeah, for sure. Is there a way to quick move items? Not yet. Not yet. That will be in place. Oh, thank you for the 99 euro cents, Mycoon Dev. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. That's very generous. Pretty cool game. Good job. Are you planning to release it? Yes, this is my next commercial release with a public playtest, hopefully coming sooner rather than later. Basically, the public playtest will just be this level with whatever content is available. And yeah, that's how it's going to go. This is not a very good run. Oh, it's getting the Iron Gauntlet damage. I was like, why is it doing so much extra damage? That's why. Max health increase, we'll grab that, and then we're gonna get thrown into the boss fight here. And I'm just gonna get whooped. Okay. So I think I like the 15 moves as opposed to the 10, but there needs to be more things on the map now. So playing around with increased move. I think what I want to do in my run map generator, I want to change the nodes that are generated. So create nodes, columns and rows. Let's do 6, 6. So create nodes in here. This is going to be 3, 3. Nodes to generate min nodes. Let's do a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 25. Let's see what that produces. I may have to shrink some things down. Yeah, it's not obvious that I could have traveled there. But we've got a denser map now, which is good because now that there's 15 options, I just increased the minimum number of nodes and the maximum number of nodes generated by 5 since I added 5 new turns. So now we end up with something like this. I'm going to rename this to cell width visual offset, cell height visual offset. I'm going to tighten these up a little bit. Okay. The gauntlet charges up even if you don't have one minion. That seems kind of OP. Yeah, it's only one, so it only charges after each combat encounter. So it's limited in that sense, and it only goes up by 1 damage. So it's not that broken. I mean, if you get it early in the game, yeah, you could end up with like plus 20 damage, but I really don't think it's actually that overpowered. I think I need a better, I think I need a better way of spacing out the nodes, but it looks fine. I mean, it's just like little elements like this where it's not entirely clear. But I think generally it looks okay. Okay. The squid is broken. I don't think so. Where are you going to announce the playtest? I think I'm going to do it on my YouTube channel. So my plan is to have a Discord server, a public playtest, and YouTube memberships launch all at the same time. And the idea is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to restrict the playtest for like the first week or so to YouTube members that have a specific tier, and then it will be open to the public after a week. So basically, if you're a YouTube member, you'll get just early playtest access to whatever playtest builds I create. But then if you don't want to become a YouTube member, that's totally fine. You just have to wait a week and then you can play it. So I want to do all that at the same time and just kind of like make it a big deal. You know the drill for now. By now, what's for lunch today? Double quarter pounder with cheese. Say the line, Bart, right? That meme. Double quarter pounder with cheese. Okay, so tell you what, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, get a refill on my drink and all that good stuff. And when I come back, we'll play through this map and we'll see how it's going. And while you're watching this, let me know if you like the increased number of moves. So I went from 10 to 15 moves. I increased the number of nodes on the map. So if you have thoughts on any of this as I'm working on it, feel free to drop those in the chat. And but yeah, we're just going to keep playtesting. Maybe we'll start work on another card or something, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, I will be right back in just 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. How do you stop the redistribution of the game in an open playtest? I always wondered. I don't think you can. I mean, I guess the only way to do it is if maybe if I leveraged Steam or something, and I did the playtest through Steam, and then I could like turn off access to the playtest or restrict it to certain people, but I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know if it's that big of a deal, at least for the early playtests, but I could always just upload the build to itch.io just so I have a record of like, yes, hello, I am the creator of this game, you know what I mean? And then just have people download it there. But yeah, I don't know. Hard code and expiration date, if it's past that, delete system 32. Excellent idea. Excellent idea. All right, so what do I want to do first here? There's an artifact up here, which it might be good to grab early. The question is, can I get through those? Or I could go this way first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the booster first, and then we'll grab maybe some more minions. Ooh, a phoenix. So I keep forgetting that I can take all of these. So got 3 skeletons now. Increase the board size. That's going to be useful. Maybe what I'll do is I'll slap the phoenix and the skeletons on, or 1 skeleton. Let's grab an artifact. Basilisk Eye. We'll take the Basilisk Eye, I guess. Okay, let's... I'm going to do these 3 combats and then go this way. Oh, the chicken got disabled. I'm sorry, chicken. So you can see that the chicken is exhausted here. Build up some blood so I have some money here. What was I doing? I'm going... Yeah, I'm going to go this way. Sweet. We'll go increase board size again. Upgrade card. Perfect. Let's slap some Skeletrons in there. Perfect. Grab another booster. Let's do some ritual cards. Ooh, a dowsing rod. That's going to be useful for alchemy, which is coming up. Reduces the remaining turns of adjacent minions. Let's do that so I get both of them. Okay. Max health increase. I will take it. Boom. Alchemy. All right, now let's take this dowsing rod and let's put it with... So the dowsing rod is 50% crit chance. So if I put that with my upgraded skeleton, hopefully I get... Did I get it? Dang it, it didn't inherit the... Let's see. Oh no. I lost the crit chance in the alchemy. Okay, well. That's okay, at least I preserved my upgraded skeleton. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's all right. Let's go to enchant card. Let's enchant... Oh, maybe the... Ooh, Echo. Let's do Echo on the Phoenix. So this is going to apply 20 fire twice. And now we've got the shop here. What do I got going on? 2 squids? What's 17 plus 21? That's 38. I don't have enough money. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't buy the squids anyway because I have 2 minions on the board. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll buy 1 squid. I'll buy the cheaper squid. And then... What's over here? That's a heal. That's useful. That's 8. 15. I do want to do another enchant. So I need 23. Oh, I can't quite get there. I'm going to sell the incense. Oh, wait. That's only going to give me 1. Should I sell my skeleton? 23... So I can buy this now. So I've got a heal. And then let's do enchant again. Let's throw an enchant on the skeleton. Turn cooldown increases critical multiplier. That doesn't help. Should I just enchant this again? Turn cooldown is reduced by 1. Let's do it. So now I've got echo and turn cooldown reduced by 1 on my Phoenix. Okay, all right. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. This is broken still. Anyway. Cool. Let's do a booster and then that combat, which is 4 chickens. Okay. Ritual, relic, weapon. Let's do relics. Another heal. We'll put that there since I've got nowhere else to put it for now. Okay, and then we can do this combat here. So this the Phoenix should... Oh, the Echo doesn't work with the Phoenix the way I wanted it to. So it just exhausts itself immediately. That's not exactly how I wanted the Echo to work, or the Phoenix to work, but maybe it's okay. Because then it just gets its huge burst of fire done immediately. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. I think what's really important is that I'm continuing to use the same language, right? So this says, becomes exhausted after 2 executions, and Echo says the card executes all abilities again. So by the language that's present here, it's working as expected, right? Which is the most important thing, I think. I don't want players to be like confused about what's happening. So the boss is still a problem. I think what I'm consistently discovering here is that What I'm consistently discovering is that the boss is just too powerful. So we're going to have to change that, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to change that. But doing the playtest on Steam makes sense, gives you some analytics too. Yeah, you have a bigger flying chicken, true. Tiers on the artifacts could be cool, like kind of how you can get a better version of the same gun part in Gunforged. Yeah, that is a good idea. Hello, Stump Build. Thank you for the IDR 20,000 and the message Yummers. We all love that message Yummers, everybody, don't we? Let's see, who's did Stump Build take the top spot? Oh no, Mycoon Dev still has the top spot. But thank you, Stump Build. Always good to see you. Hello, Dragon Apple. Welcome back. Good to see you as well. The boss has too many turns or actions it can perform. Yeah, I think that's just because it has a lot of cards on the board, so I will be fixing that. But how are we feeling about everything that we're seeing so far? How are we feeling? Also for the playtest, what I might do instead of just one level is maybe I'll let you play through 3 levels so you can get at least an inkling of how powerful you can get in a full game, but there's just not going to be a whole lot of content available. That's all. Core gameplay is really cool. Okay, good, good. As long as I'm directionally correct, then all the other stuff is just a matter of tweaking and fixing. Game still lacks meta progression. It does, yeah. It still lacks meta progression. That will be coming later. And I'm sure that will be a note in the playtest. I'll be like, put a little dialogue box that says, hey, thanks for playtesting. By the way, here's all the things that are lacking, you know. I want to really emphasize that it's a playtest, that it's going to be like a, you know, to use a buzzword, it's going to be an alpha version where basically the goal of playtest is just to get feedback on the core loop and not necessarily about, you know, the lack of meta progression or like the power of individual cards, although that feedback will be welcome. It's just mostly like, is this core loop something that you can get excited about and engage with as a player? That's going to be the main goal of the playtest. And then any issues that come out of that, you know, I'm addressing earlier in development before I start layering on all these additional systems. Just got here. What does the game look like? It looks like this. So welcome to the stream, Dreamer of the Day. So yeah, for anyone that's just tuning in, this game is a collectible card game, grid inventory management auto battler wrapped in a roguelite formula. It has a necromancy, alchemy, and medieval science theme, where the hook of the game is that you can alchemize cards together. So you can like enchant them to give them new abilities. You can merge them with other cards to inherit the abilities from all the input cards. So it's about like curating your cards, working with the synergies between cards. And again, it's a roguelite formula, so you kind of have different runs, different builds every time. And let's see here. Let's go to... We'll just do another quick play test before I start addressing some issues with the boss here. So there's an artifact there. I think what I'll do is I'll go down this way. And then we get some board increases up here. Yeah, that's a good path. So we'll go this way first. I always like getting my minion cards. You don't have to capture people's attention with a playtest anyway. It's not a demo. Right, right. There's a viper, slime, salamander. I love the salamander. Isn't he cute? Tell me that salamander's not cute. I actually really like him. I think he's one of my favorite pieces of art in the game. Alchemical. A syringe. Ooh, a morel. Projects to adjacent cards, heal 1. Let's put some mushrooms on the board. Salamander mushroom build, let's go. I also want to add like keyboard shortcuts for opening up the inventory so you don't have to click every time. I'll see how much quality of life stuff I get into the game before the playtest. Oh, that's a powerful villager. 21 damage. Holy moly. Let's see what happens, I guess. It looks like I'm gonna win anyway, though, maybe? Nope, I didn't win. Son of a bee. What do I want to sacrifice? Let's sacrifice this and this. So unfortunately I had to sacrifice cards. That's alright. Got a lot of blood out of that, I guess. Okay, do I want to do the upgrade card? Can I upgrade anything? No. So I'm going to skip the upgrade card. Go this way. Let's just auto-resolve that. Get through it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this one as well. Okay. Now we got an artifact. Let's grab this. All ritual cards drop 1 tier higher. Am I using ritual cards? Not really. Iron Gauntlet, Basilisk Eye. I like the Basilisk Eye a lot. So that disables exhaust a random enemy minion when combat starts. Okay, so here's the alchemy system now. What I think I'm going to do is let's alchemize the Salamander and the Amanita Muscaria. Boom. Apply 4 fire, apply 2 poison. So I could either take a Salamander that has damage and poison with 50% crit chance, or I could take this, which applies fire and poison. There's a 1.9% critical multiplier. Interesting. Maybe we'll put that... Oh, you know what? Shoot. Wait. Do I want to do that? I mean, let's do it. It's a 1/1 card that applies a lot of effects, so it should be actually pretty good. And I get these board size increases anyway, so let's do that. All right, so let's do some rejiggering here. Oh, I can fit the Viper on here now. Sweet. Oh, very nice. So now I've got this Morale, which is projecting heal 1 onto 3 cards. This has a 25% crit chance, applies fire and poison. And I've got just raw damage here. Okay. I've got 5 more moves I can make, so I can make it to this. I could either go down to the shop, or I could go to the alchemy. I think I'm going to do enchant and then alchemy, so let's do that. This is my booster. Weapons. The game still lacks lore and narrative, that's true. How long are you working on this game? Several months now. I think 3 or 4 months. Oh wait, I can move that over. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't have anything I can upgrade though, so I might change the upgrade functionality, because the way the upgrade works is you need to put in 2 cards of the same type to upgrade it, but I might just remove that. I might just make it upgrade any card that you put in there. I don't think, yeah. Because there's just going to be too many cards in the game. It's going to be really hard to get cards that are the same base type for the upgrade. So I'm going to actually change that. Make upgrade require only 1 card. We'll do that for sure. Okay, so now we're in enchant. Let's see. Increase the critical chance by 10%. Let's do the all poison applied, increase by 1. I've got a couple of poison things on the board here. So now let's alchemize something again. I kind of want to alchemize... Oh, I don't have enough room. Let's alchemize this and this together. Deal 7 damage, sweet. Okay, and that's 3 turns? Wow, why is it 3 turns? Why is this 3 turns? Oh, I guess the skeleton is 3 turns by default. Yeah, let's grab the skeleton here. So now the skeleton's going to be doing extra damage. We can go into the boss fight now. And I'm still going to lose this, I'm sure, but let's see. Yeah, the boss just has a lot of turns, that's all. Although I'm doing better this time. This is definitely a much more powerful build, but not quite powerful enough. Dang it. Okay, well, wasn't quite powerful enough, but that's all right. So I think the boss nerf is going to be necessary here. Mind if I ask a C-sharp question? I do not. I do not mind. He's a tiny dragon. Remember the litmus test of all roguelites. If a sentence saying what it's going on is nonsense, then it's doing something right. Okay, yeah, true. Got a salamander mushroom build is capturing that energy. Yeah, I guess that's true, Brute Fred. I guess that's true. Hello, Fur Nefer. Welcome, welcome. Atlas textures don't work with GPU particles 2D. Oh, wow. How many hours per day do you say you put in this project on average? Well, I haven't been putting in that much work on this project for the past several weeks because I've been creating the new Udemy course, and then I also created a landing page for the Udemy course, but all that stuff is generally done now. So I think yesterday I worked on the game for 4 hours, but I'll probably be doing closer to like 6 hours a day, usually. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending. But yeah. I would say probably anywhere from 4 to 6 hours would be my average. Game looks good, love the art style. Thank you, Dreamer. Appreciate that. So let's nerf the boss. The boss is the biggest problem right now, so let's go to my board configuration editor here. Card mechanic suggestion: make sealed status makes a card unexecutable for 1 turn per stack. Okay, I like where you're going with that. Let's load level 1 boss. So let's do this. We've got too many dogs on here. Too many villagers too. Okay, that looks like a more reasonable boss. Let's just save that right now, and then I'll do 4/4 apply dimensions. Save. I hope that worked correctly. Let me just make sure that that did indeed work correctly. So I just nerfed the boss a little bit, and the way that I can test this now is I can go to my run manager and change this to 1. And I just want to see if that loads correctly. Is there something that you wish you had approached differently in your current version of the game? No, not necessarily. No, I think it's going pretty much the way that I want it to go so far. It's a good question though. What program are you using for the board thing? That's Obsidian note-taking app. You made an encounter editor thing? Awesome. Yes, I did. Yeah. All the encounters are hand designed, and then the map just randomly chooses the encounters. You built a whole boss builder, whatever that is? Yeah. Yeah. And it didn't work. Cool. I think it breaks if I change the dimensions of a board, so that's kind of an issue. Do I have to rebuild all of that now? I think there's a bug in my builder, though. I mean, there's obviously a bug in my builder. Yeah, it's trying to load. Why didn't that work? It didn't save the sequential to card ID. It cleared it. Okay. Maybe we need to fix that. Apply dimensions button. Set board dimensions is clearing the board. I see. So I think what I'm going to need to do is do this. For each var card in board.board inventory component.get cards. What in the hell? Oh, board inventory component. Get cards on board. Private list. Int. Card stats. Cards. Previous card positions. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Var. No. Okay. Cell to sequential card. Get card top left position card. Cell to sequential card position. I'm not going to do this. So we set the board dimensions, and then for each var previous card in previous card positions, board inventory component dot try place card at position, public bool try place card at sequential position, card stats int sequential position, var grid position is equal to sequential to cell, sequential position, if not valid grid cells dot contains grid position, return false, otherwise return try place card at position, card stats grid position. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is storing all the previous card positions, and I convert the grid positions into sequential integer positions just because it's easier to pass around a single integer, especially when I'm saving that in a JSON file than trying to serialize and deserialize a vector 2, which again, I mean, that would be pretty trivial as well, but it's just easier to say every cell has a numerical ID, and then I can just, place the cards using that ID. So before I change the dimensions of the board, I'm going to store everything on the board, and then I'm going to iterate back over all those cards. I'm going to try to place the card at sequential position, which is going to be previous card.item 2, previous card.item 1. And if that fails, so if it can't place that card, it's just going to do card. Let's do this. Card stats dot queue free. Okay, I think that's going to work because previously, whenever I called this set board dimensions, it's just clearing the board entirely. So I need to store the data, reset the board size, and then try to place all the cards back in the board. I think that's going to work, but let me just test it real quick. I forgot how cool this boss editor was. Yeah, it's pretty cool when it doesn't break. Who wrote this thing? Hello, iCode stuff. Could you please tell me the name of the software you're using to take notes? Obsidian. I love custom utilities, always so neat to see. Yeah. Why do I use C# instead of GDScript? Welcome, Matthias. Just personal preference, that's all. That's all. Started my second game again from scratch last night, and it's already the SE. Very nice. What kind of game is it, pseudonym? How many cards do you have in the game right now? I think I have a couple dozen, but that's including the villager cards. So these are all the villager cards that are in the game right now. I don't know exactly how many are in the player roster. Would you say that streaming the development live actively help you with making the game better? If yes, in what way? Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a number of suggestions of like relics and cards that viewers have suggested, which is really good. Also just general feedback on the art and the gameplay. So I would say it's definitely helpful for sure. I would definitely say it's helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try this. I don't want to go overboard with like the... or apply dimensions, save. So now let's load it back up and see if that worked. Okay, it worked. We got an error though. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so that worked. Now what happens if I do, let me stage this. What happens if I do 3x3 now and I click apply dimensions? It should just get rid of the cards that it can't place. Yeah. And if I click save there and I go back in, actually, what am I doing? Load boss. Yeah, so that's working. Okay, good. Is that sequential cell even working? I think it might not be working, actually. I don't think it works, actually, because the sequential cell changes. I just went on a whole long spiel about using sequential cells, but I actually don't know if that's going to work. So maybe for this purpose, I shouldn't use the sequential cells. I guess I don't really need to use the sequential cell ID because I can store the vector 2 exactly. So let's do this instead. Card position. I'll keep that method that I wrote in there, but this is probably going to be better, actually. Okay, so if I load this now, all right, we'll get rid of some of the dogs, get rid of some of the villagers. Oh, I should put an ox in here. Sweet. So now if I change these dimensions, apply, that's looking good. Save. Okay, now let's load it back up and we'll just make sure that it works. Load. Okay, good. I think we're good. So now let's just go into the game and make sure. Dang it, I have a meeting in 40 minutes, but I'm jamming on this game. I'm having fun doing all these tweaks and stuff. Okay, so we've got a more reasonable boss board now. It still has a lot of health, so I'm going to change the health as well. I don't know where that's exactly changed, but anyway. So this is all good now. Update boss board configuration. Okay. So now in my seeded run, is it doing the boss health? How is it scaling the boss health? How is it scaling the boss health? Oh. There is no boss configuration. I see. Where is it setting the health then? Is it in this create enemy board here? Oh, board health. Oh, I see. Get enemy board health. This is not currently seeded, so I'm going to need to do that. Okay.
Discovery Houston to ATO.
Okay, I'm going to need to create that then. boss configuration.cs. It's going to be basically the same as the combat configuration. Actually, I guess I can just use the same. Oh, okay. Generate combat encounters. Let's do generate boss encounter. What this is going to become is let's get rid of that. This is going to be a combat configuration. Get boss combat configuration, return boss configuration, generate boss encounter. I'm just going to make this mostly the same. I'm just going to hard code this for now. Currency, min currency, max currency. I might have to change all this code in here at some point, but okay. This can be my boss configuration. All right, so it's generating that boss encounter now. Good. What's down here? Cool. Okay, so now in here, context seeded run, get boss combat configuration. This becomes now I think that's correct. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, that should be correct. Get rid of this. All right. Let's see what that does. How about giving a numerical value for the quality of each card and giving the encounter a max value? I do that to some extent, yeah. Most of the devs are coming from Unity, but now Unity is unreliable. Godot is the best option and it's open source is what I assume. By the way, how are Fireborn? I'm doing well, thank you. Got my games like gameplay and levels mapped out in my head, but now I just need to implement it like just made 10 plus pixel sprites the other day. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Game dev is, I love game dev. I love seeing what other people are up to as well. Well, I love watching those little dev vlogs that people make. Now I need about 12 time app layers. Oof. Just wanted to say that watching your code review videos are incredibly insightful. Thank you for the content. Thank you, Ruin Star, for the comment. I appreciate that. And glad that you're enjoying my content. What do you use to make your art? Sprite. I've noticed you rarely use comments in your code. Yeah, I'm militantly anti-comment is the best way to describe it. Comments aren't as needed if you're descriptive with variable and function names and stuff. Yeah, so the way I think about it is that your code is not clear enough if you feel the need to use comments to describe what it's doing, that the code should by itself be clear as to what it's doing. And there are obviously some exceptions to this, like if you're doing a very sophisticated like crypto security algorithm or whatever, where you're doing all these math operations that are non-obvious, then yeah, like documenting how that's working can be a good idea. But if you're just writing like application code, it should read in a way that makes it clear what is happening without comments. Code should be self-explanatory. Yeah, I agree. Comments is more helpful when coming back to a project or if you're working on a team. See, I disagree. Comments are actually more useless when you work with a team, because when people are constantly editing code, the risk is that the comments become out of date. And if you're not disciplined about updating your comments, then they can actually be very misleading. You could have a 6-month-old comment that is describing something that's no longer true, and that actually creates a lot of mental overhead. The nice thing about trying to keep your code readable by itself is that it's self-documenting. It's a source of truth, meaning that when the code changes, the meaning of the code is going to change with it at the same time. I also don't use comments. The name of the function generally matches what I'm doing, right? No, yeah, I don't agree with this assessment. I need to organize my images, TBH, where to put them in general. Just use the search tool, yeah. Hello, Alient, welcome. Why is Unity unreliable? I don't know. That's a good point. Gotta go, have a great day. Thank you, Mycoon Dev, for joining. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I joke when I say I'm militantly anti-comment. If comments work for you, then by all means. But in my personal projects and in my team projects, when I'm doing, you know, my prior job as a software engineer, but I'm also doing a part-time like software engineering consulting. Yeah, I just generally stay away from comments. I know I'm late. I'll watch the VOD later. Super late night picking up the family from the airport. Airport trips are the worst because it's always really late at night or really early in the morning. It's never like, oh, can you pick me up at the airport at 1 p.m.? It's always like, hey, my flight gets in at 10:30 p.m. You know, or I have to get up at 4 a.m. to catch my flight. Have you seen the Pirate Software code review? I have not, no. I don't think so anyway. I don't think Unity is unreliable. Yeah, I don't know if I'd agree with that Unity is unreliable, but maybe the management is unreliable. That's a good point. Maybe that's what the person meant rather than the application itself or the engine itself. But hard to say. Okay, let's see how this boss feels now. That reminds me, I need to get my McDonald's on the way stat before my meeting. You know your boy Firebelly can't survive without his weekly dose of McDonald's. Okay, let's see how this boss feels now. So it should have much less health. I'm looking for it to be around 100 or less. 74. Okay, that's not enough. I have these difficulty values hard-coded, which is not great, but it's fine. I meant the management, yeah. Mickey D's. It's a product at the end of the day. They'll do what's best for their profits as opposed to Godot, which is community built. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the problem though is that can be a problem with open source software, because since there's no profit motive and since there's no capital to go around to hire people, you end up a lot of times with issues that just kind of stagnate, that no one either knows how to do or it's too much effort for an individual volunteer contributor to do. So there's strengths and weaknesses to the open source model and the private model. You know, it's not like one is objectively better than the other. Because, like, let's say that Unity had a long-standing rendering issue that required some expertise. What they would do is they would just go out with a 6-figure salary and hire somebody to do it, right? Godot doesn't have that option, so... Double quarter pounder with cheese and a Coke Zero. Yes, indeed. Profits requirements require a better product, though, right? Yes. Yeah. Yep. Most big businesses don't think about consequences, only about money. I mean, I don't know if most is the case. I think when businesses fail, it's because they try to put short-term profits above long-term health. Okay, I think this is looking okay. It's 115 health now. So the health has been knocked down about 50. So let's do an actual playthrough now. Let's do an actual playthrough and see what happens. What the heck is going on here? Okay, so update boss balance. Let's go back to my run manager now. Put this back up to 15. And let's give it a playthrough and see if I can actually beat the boss this time. Let's see. I don't think so. If that were the case, the biggest companies in the world would be providing the best products. Well, is that not the case? I mean, there's a reason why Apple is a $1 trillion company. There's a reason why Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, I would say that Amazon is a very good product because I can have anything shipped to my house in 2 days or less. So, I don't know if that's always true. I use Godot because I like the node way of doing things. Yeah, me too. Me too. Anyone here heard of Subnautica 2? I saw there's some drama around that too. Just endless drama everywhere. Issues that their shareholders demand a return, typically quarterly, so long-term incentives aren't a priority. Yeah, that can definitely be a problem too. There's a lot of factors, but it's also possible to have a good board that will accept short-term losses because of a long-term vision. That happens sometimes too. So, you know, it's like it's highly context dependent on the company and who's involved with it, and like I don't know if we can make super generalized statements about these things. Like, well, use the Amazon example again. Amazon was losing money for the longest time, like was not making a profit. And the reason is because all the people investing in Amazon were like, yeah, just spend as much money as possible to capture as much market share as possible, right? So that definitely happened. Oh, that's a bug. Oops. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. That's not good at all. Okay, I can fix it though. Okay. When dragging card during combat over drawer collapse, it gets mispositioned. Bug. Oh no. Okay. Apple Intelligence. I support Godot too, but I don't care about the politics of the company. Unity is arguably one of the best game engines in the market. Godot is still in its infancy. Yeah, that's also true. You can make people very happy with you, be very rich. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that it is possible to be a multi-billion-dollar company that is a multi-billion-dollar company simply because it provides a service or a product that everyone loves. That's kind of why I'm just like not trying to go into the generalizations of like every billion-dollar company is a scourge on the earth. It's like, I mean, I use Google, I use Amazon. It's like these things make my life supremely easy. So, you know, hard for me to complain too much about how many billions of dollars they have. How long has Godot been waiting for browser support for C#? A long time, yeah. With some startups, their initial goal is to build the best product they can and then either selling it or monetizing the hell of it. Yes, yeah. I'll probably never make a game that trips any of the money thresholds in any engine. Yeah, I would say I'm in the same boat, but I don't want to say that for sure. But yeah, I'm not. The reason I'm not using Unity is not because I'm worried about paying licensing fees. It's because I like Godot better. It's not even that I dislike Unity. I think I'd probably enjoy Unity quite a bit if I spent a lot of time working with it, but I just like Godot better. You know, it clicked with me from the very beginning, and I just like it. Tool you're using to track bugs tasks, that's Obsidian MD. Obsidian. I don't think it's the case because the profit is more important than quality. If you have someone that can make for $5 and sell it at 10, you'll jump the chance to make it for 1. Right, yeah. Hello, Kinyaz. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get to this run before my McDonald's gets here. Let's get to this run before my MacD's gets here. I don't even really plan out. I think I'm going the right way, though. Let's keep going. Just auto-resolve that. Increase board size. Do I want this Orbido class? Deal 4 damage on self. That's not useful right now. Do I have... What happened to my other skeleton? Oh, I alchemized it. Right. The skeleton has 2 8 damage. Okay, very nice. Let's go to the enchant card here. Let's put an enchantment on this one. Echo, yes. That's going to be big damage there. Artifact. Booster packs offer an additional option. That's a lot more attractive now that you get to keep all the booster cards. So let me go... I'll go this way. Oh, that's not going to be good, actually. I didn't really plan this that well. Maybe I'll just go through these combats and get to the shop. Go through these combats, get through the shop. Oh, I didn't know I could click there. All right. That's not the path that I wanted to take, but that's okay. Oh, shoot. My McDonald's is here. 1 second. Boom. Did you think I was lying? Okay, we'll finish this run before I dig into that. Let's do increased board size here. Oh yeah, this is a good run. Go to the shop. A marionette. Deals 6 damage per allied minion card. I only have 1 minion, so that actually wouldn't be good. Although I could buy this tier 2, tier 3 skeleton. Spider. I need tooltips for that still. Oh, these are all here. Okay, so I need to address all these bugs. Max health increase, upgrade card increase. Ooh, I could do increased board size again. So that's 20. And then I would be able to buy this as well. Let's do that. So we'll buy the increased board size. And then let's purchase that guy. Put him here. And I don't have enough money to do anything else. All right, I think we're going to enter the boss fight here real soon. Unfortunately, I can't go anywhere else, so... All right, let's see if I can actually win this one now. I don't have much health, but let's see. Oh, I might actually lose again. I don't have any healing. Oh, I might win though. Yes, I did it. I won. There's no win screen, so, but combat's over. I won, finally. It only took me nerfing the boss. I have the god powers. I can tell the boss to sit down and shut up with my code. Very cool. Are we eating McDonald's? We are. Fix the boosters. I did, yes. Thoughts on Costco switching Coca-Cola from Pepsi? I have no thoughts on that. I'm sorry. No comment. I don't even remember the last time I was in a Costco. The game looks very fun. Feels kind of like Balatro, you know, Jokers. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cat Hugger. Good morning, Fox Shadow. No one thought you were lying. Yeah. An endless run or daily run would fit the game well, I think. Find myself playing roguelites for a run or two, even though I already have finished them. A daily run would be relatively easy to do because of the seeded run I have set up. So what I would probably do is just generate a seed from whatever the date of the system is, and then like that's your daily run, you know. And then I could add like little extra daily run modifiers, you know. Single-handedly keeping McDonald's in business, true. W, how many level or bosses you have? Just the first level for now. I think for the playtest, I'll just have it loop a couple of times, so maybe you can do 2 or 3 playthroughs of the same level in the same run, just that you can get a feeling for like how powerful your cards can get and like alchemize them and stuff. So, but it's not going to be, the plan is going to be that each level you go up is going to have different enemies, different themes, different map design, you know, that kind of stuff. But cool. All right, then. That'll be it for the stream today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you all for being here. Very much appreciate that. And yeah, again, if you want to support my work, I've got the new co-op multiplayer course available on Udemy. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, so I got my new multiplayer course available. This teaches you everything you need to know about creating a cooperative multiplayer game in Godot. So you get RPCs, server authoritative architecture, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, purchase that if you're interested. It's also a great way to support me. Use my referral code, which is through the link in the description below. And thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, question before I go. Yeah, sure. The courses are on mega sale. Interesting. I don't support McDonald's because they're a billion-dollar business. I only buy from Cheater's backyard down the road. Nice. The C# one is Vampire Survivors course and the multiplayer course. Which one do I start first? The Vampire Survivors course is older because it came out right when Godot 4.0 came out. So there's a little bit of out-of-date information in that with respect to the tile maps specifically. But beyond that, they're largely the same. I think the Vampire Survivors course goes more in detail in like the composition pattern because there's more going on in that game. But again, if you want to learn multiplayer stuff, then obviously, yeah, go with the multiplayer course. So I don't think you can go wrong with either one. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for being here. Again, I appreciate all your support, and I will be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, bye-bye.